In our last video, we discovered that there was a traitor within the ranks of the Brotherhood of Steel, and he was dealt with accordingly. Maxon told us that Kells wanted to speak with us, and we can find him on the command deck.
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
Do you think Dance's execution was justified?
It's quite obvious Dance was a traitor, or at the very least, a turncoat in the making. That machine's presence was endangering this ship and its crew, so it needed to be dealt with, swiftly and without mercy. Your actions in this matter were not only justified, they were vital to our mission. With all of that behind us, we can shift our focus back to our wartime preparations.
I'd like some time to prepare myself before you send me on my next mission.
You will have ample time to prepare yourself after I've given you this briefing.
No rest for the weary.
We'll rest when the Institute is a smoking ruin. Until then, Elder Maxon and I expect you to be at your best.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat: the Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Why is the Railroad such a threat?
Even with their relatively small numbers, the Railroad is a constant threat to our operations. They've already proven to be resilient against superior forces, with a knack for disappearing when cornered. Worse still, they possess the capability to help synths flee the Institute. If we intend to end the synth menace, we need to plug the leaks.
Then let's get to it.
Your enthusiasm is appreciated, Paladin.
Fine, but it hardly seems worth our time.
The Railroad may not appear to be a threat, but I can assure you they are a potential danger.
Hit them before they hit us? I like it.
Precisely. Destroying the Railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
With that, he gives us the note, priority kill orders.
Do they all have to die?
Absolutely. It's the only effective way of ensuring that they're no longer a threat.
Only 5 targets? I was hoping for more.
I'll take your enthusiasm as a confirmation of my orders.
Should have buried those idiots when I was dealing with the ship.
Yes, it's quite disappointing that you allowed them to proceed this far.
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart, Proctor Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the Railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Pridwin. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
Anything useful you can tell me about Pam?
We have very little information on it. Its primary function is supposed to be using mathematical calculations in order to predict future events. I have no idea how successful it was, but if the Railroad's been using Pam for this long, it's got to be providing them with some sort of benefit. I'm sure Proctor Quinlan would be pleased to have it in his possession.
I think that should be sufficient information to assist you on the mission, Paladin.
Collecting technology for you is becoming a habit, Proctor.
A habit you appreciate, I hope.
I'm certain the Paladin appreciates that the acquisition of technology is one of our most sacred tenets.
I'm not really the hacking type.
Then find someone who is and take them with you. I'd hate to see that robot go to waste just because you don't know a terminal from the rear end of a Brahmin.
I hope I don't need to remind you that the acquisition of technology is one of our most sacred tenets.
I'll try to get it back here in one piece.
Good. It'd be a hell of a waste if you didn't.
I'm certain you'll do whatever it takes to complete the mission. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the Railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
So we have to destroy the Railroad. I find it interesting here that Kells admits that the Railroad has the ability to help synths escape the Institute without recognizing what that ability is. It's by wiping the minds of synths. If they already knew that the railroad could wipe the mind of synths, how could they not even consider the possibility that Dance might have been one of these very synths whose mind had been wiped by the railroad? But it doesn't really matter. It was what he was, not his knowledge of who he was, that was the problem. Dance was a traitor for being a synth, not for knowing that he was a synth. Proctor Ingram gave us a PAM decryption program holotape. If we try to load it into our Pip-Boy, it says invalid terminal. So instead we can read the priority kill orders. Code AO1 priority, confirmation Kells, termination orders, Desdemona, Tinker Tom, Deacon, Dr. Carrington, and Glory. Ad Victoriam. Heading to the Old North Church, we don't find any Brotherhood outside, but once we step inside,
Target reacquired.
we hear that a battle is already underway. Moving into the church sanctuary, we find Brotherhood soldiers under fire from railroad agents, and we can join the fight.
Damn it! Fire! Shit! Broken! Move back! Now!
And it was Dr. Carrington, of all people in the railroad, who was up here fighting by the door. Despite his ill temper and how impatient he can be, he was genuinely faithful and loyal to the railroad, demonstrating here that he deserved to be second in command. Moving into the tunnels below, we can clear them of all railroad agents.
Area! Yeah, we're taking fire! You killed it! Secure the area! Mission accomplished.
We find the secret door with the super secret password closed. But no matter, the Brotherhood has explosives to deal with this.
Detonation pack secured and ready, sir.
Found you!
Racing in, we can clear it of more railroad agents.
Picking up unfortunate hide from me. There's some luck. Son of a bitch!
Neutralized.
With the room clear, we can move down the hallway and enter the railroad headquarters. And here it becomes an open house. We pick off railroad agents one by one, like shooting fish in a barrel.
That is going to stop me? Not now. Sam.
It's only a matter of time.
Tad on the obsessive side, the Brotherhood. Real type A personalities.
Real type A personalities indeed. What a moment for that line. Thank you, Codsworth. With the railroad clear and every human and synth dead, we can move into Pam's room. Now, we got the impression from talking with Proctor Ingram that we were going to have to hack into Pam, almost as if she would have joined in the fight, defended the railroad, and we would have needed the robotics expert perk to hack into her. But that's not the case at all. We actually don't have to do any hacking here. Instead of being aggressive, moving into the room, we see that Pam is in a standby state.
Intruder countermeasures active. This unit is incapable of voice communication.
Accessing Pam's terminal, we don't find it locked. We can open it and simply load the PAM decryption program holotape. Once it's loaded, we can initiate PAM decryption start. With that, Pam's slate is wiped clean.
Pam,
Full system reset accepted. Awaiting instructions.
We were told that Pam would find her own way back to the Prydwen, so we can simply leave. To fail this part of the mission actually takes a lot of effort. Since Pam doesn't turn hostile and doesn't attack, we have to go out of our way to destroy Pam here.
Let's make this quick, shall we? That'll leave a dent.
But even upon suffering catastrophic damage, it doesn't fully die. We have to hammer a final nail in her coffin before she dies. Only then do we fail the optional portion of the quest. Either way, no matter how we resolve things at the railroad, we head back to the Prydwen and check in with Captain Kells.
Well, it appears that the railroad won't be a hindrance to our future operations.
what's going to happen to their headquarters?
The location doesn't hold tactical significance, so we'll simply post a small squad there, in case any stragglers choose to return.
I was just following your orders.
As you should be, Paladin.
I wish there'd been another way.
The railroad was providing assistance to escaped synths, and was therefore deemed a security threat. Those sympathizers got exactly what they deserved.
Those sympathizers deserved exactly what they got.
That they did.
If we destroyed Pam,
I'm also dismayed that you were unable to recover Pam for the Brotherhood. It was an amazing piece of pre-war technology that could have proved quite beneficial to us.
but if we saved Pam,
I'm also pleased you managed to secure Pam, rather than allow it to be destroyed. We are having it brought to the Prydwen, where it will be installed in Proctor Quinlan's office. It's an amazing piece of pre-war technology that should prove to be quite beneficial to us. Speaking of pre-war technology, Proctor Ingram is putting the final touches on Liberty Prime and requires your assistance. Congratulations on another successful mission, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
with that we complete the quest, and we now need to find Proctor Ingram. However, if we managed to save Pam, we can head up to the main deck to find Pam in Proctor Quinlan's quarters. And Pam has a surprisingly large amount of new flavor dialogue that tells us a bit more about how Pam is helping the Brotherhood of Steel.
The intelligence we've gained from Pam, it's unbelievable. Exceptional work, soldier.
Pam,
Core functionality on this unit is still available, but primary directives have been altered. Proceed with caution. Warning: this unit is suffering from fragmented memory system. Computational abilities may be compromised. Improvement detected. This unit has enhanced recipe quality by 65%. Mess hall-induced sicknesses reduced by 33%. New directive accepted. Feral ghouls are an infestation and must be exterminated. Conclusion: kill on sight. Improvement detected. This unit has enhanced battlefield tactics efficiency by 38%. Prydwen Central Computer Storage has insufficient memory for all of this unit's functions. Conclusion: this unit should remain online indefinitely. Scanning memory. Error detected in Block 178, Sector 45. This unit is now in self-correction and maintenance mode. This unit is currently running Level 3 self-diagnostic. Please return later. Improvement detected. This unit has enhanced Prydwen navigational efficiency by 17%. Warning: functionality change is now in effect. New directive: serve the Brotherhood of Steel. Serve Elder Maxon. Unable to comply with command, transfer prediction algorithms to central computer. Conclusion: error in interface functionality. This unit is currently attempting to interface with Prydwen Central Computer. Handshake accepted. Data transfer in progress. Warning: Long-term calculation in progress. Please return later. Improvement detected. This unit has enhanced vertibird flight model capability by 22%. System reformat initiated by unit designated as Quinlan is in progress. Estimated time of completion is unknown. New directive accepted. Synth units are a rogue element and must be eliminated at all costs. Conclusion: destroy on-site. Warning: kicking this unit in the leg will not increase computational speed. Conclusion: suggest Proctor Quinlan use alternate method. New directive accepted. Supermutants are abominations of science and must be eliminated at all costs. Conclusion: kill on sight. Quinlan parse error. Unfamiliar syntax. Useless pile of rusty scrap. Logged for future translation. Master override complete. All data pertaining to Railroad has been uploaded to Pridwin Central Computer. Warning: voice interface shutting down. Please return later.
Next, we can see if any terminal entries have been updated, and only one has. Maxon's. From Kells, Railroad destroyed. From Kells to Maxon. I'm pleased to report that the Railroad will no longer hinder our operations in the Commonwealth. According to the report I've just received, all of their leaders have been executed and their headquarters is now in our hands. I've posted a small detachment of troops there, in case any of them attempt to regroup there or recover supplies that may have been left behind. With this threat removed, we can now proceed to the final phase of our mission in the Commonwealth. If we go back to the Railroad headquarters, we don't find many of these soldiers that Kells was talking about. The Railroad headquarters itself is completely empty. It's only the catacombs just outside that connect the church to the crypt that have any soldiers at all, and even so, there are only one or two. Now we need to find Proctor Ingram. In our next episode, we'll find Proctor Ingram to see what's next on the list. I publish new Fallout episodes each and every week on my channel, so if you don't want to miss any, be sure to subscribe and to click that bell notification button. If you have already but you still feel like you're missing out on YouTube notifications, consider following me on Twitter at Oxhorn. I update Twitter manually with every new piece of content that I publish. I've got a plush for sale. It's in stock and ready to ship, but quantities are limited and I'm almost sold out. If you want to make sure you get one before I am, snag one today. I've also got a shirt shop with completely unique designs that you can't find anywhere else. My designs come on shirts in a variety of men's, women's, and children's sizes, and in a wide array of colors. You can find them on other products as well, like smartphone cases, pillows, posters, mugs, stickers, prints, etc. So if interested, you can find a link to my shop in the description below, or you can click here. If you like what I do and you want to support me in another way, consider becoming a patron on Patreon or a member here on YouTube. YouTube members get little badges that appear next to their names in the comment sections of my videos, and they gain access to Ox emojis that they can use in my video comments and in the live chats of my live streams. But more than anything, I'm just so glad you're here watching this video with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with the next episode in the full story of Fallout 4.